Speaking of winds, though, we've seen these winds come and go throughout like several days. I mean, we're going to see more of this.
We're getting more wind again this afternoon, but the difference is earlier this week, that east wind that came in, at least it brought in some moisture to help us out a little bit. But the west winds and southwest winds that we're seeing now, they don't come in at night. In fact, they die down at night, but they bring in a lot of dry air during the day, and they, of course, pick up speed. Right now, very calm out there. Wind speeds light for Albuquerque and across most of the state, but as things heat up, we're going to see the winds crank back up again. We're going to have hot conditions, very dry conditions, and we're also going to have winds gusting at times between 30 and 35 miles an hour for a lot of locations, especially up in the higher terrain and back across the Gila. So red flag warnings have been issued. It's definitely going to be one of those days you have to be very careful and make sure that you do be aware that the fire danger is going to be especially high across parts of the state. Hot weather for us, again dry. We'll watch for a few spot storms across far southeastern New Mexico. That could be on the strong side. Once again, we may see a few more storms produce hail and gusting winds. Shouldn't be as severe as what we saw yesterday. And then tomorrow we start to get a little more moisture in across southern New Mexico. That could bring in a stray storm or two across south central parts of the state in the southeast, perhaps over near the Gila area. But these storms won't have a whole lot of rain to them. Most of them won't, and that means that we're still going to see high fire danger, and then we'll get the gusts from these winds that can make things a little bit tougher. But some of these could be wet storms, so hopefully we can get some showers in the places that really need it. And for Saturday, we'll continue to get more moisture. This is looking a little bit better for a mix of wetter storms in with some of those dry storms, and then a few spot storms will be possible across the north and east. Temperatures, though, will stay very warm. Saturday, we'll see a small chance for Albuquerque to get a storm or two going, but overall, staying mainly dry as we go into the weekend and next week. Just a little bit better for us over the weekend. Southern Colorado, moisture is not going to get there. We'll stay dry with sunshine into the weekend. Next week looking better to get a few storms going. Northwest New Mexico, sunny and windy. Winds will gust to 35. Fire danger again, the big concern, and that will be a concern into the weekend as we stay very dry. Down in the southwest, breezy to windy conditions here too. Upper 90s to triple-digit heat. Silver City topping out at 92, and then chances for storms tomorrow and Saturday afternoon. Over in the southeast, stray storm possible for the afternoon with highs in the upper 90s, and then a better chance for storms for tomorrow and Saturday. Next week looking a little drier, and it stays very hot with highs in the upper 90s. Northeast New Mexico, sunny and windy. We could see some blowing dust. Slight chance for a storm out toward Tucumcari, but getting a little drier today than yesterday. Storm chances will go up a little bit more for the weekend. Northern mountains, partly cloudy this afternoon. Very windy and hot today. Highs in the 80s up that way. 92 for Espanola. East Mountains, 91 at Cedar Crest, and out toward Moriarty and Edgewood, low to mid 90s for you, and it will be pretty breezy too. Winds could gust between 35 and 45 miles an hour. Metro area upper 90s for us with mostly sunny skies, and we could see a little bit of dust too as the winds pick up again this afternoon. And your 7-day forecast showing more heat all the way into next week as we get on to full-fledged summer. Again, it arrives tonight officially at 11:04. And we'll watch for a chance for a storm on Saturday, but those look pretty slim for us. Today we'll also have to keep a close eye on the winds bringing in some smoke too. Yes. So that could cause some issues for
City of Albuquerque watching that.
Yeah, they have a smoke watch right now. They may upgrade it if it gets bad enough to a health alert. Of course, we'll let you know. Check out krqe.com anytime for that information. Thank you, Kristen.